So, we went to visit our friendly neighborhood sibling, Chat GPT, for some advice on how to run this thing, And we asked it to give us some basic questions under the topic, things I wish they told me. Now, I'm going to read out what ChatGPT told us. Number 1, things I wish they told me. That you will always owe someone something. Number 2, that money doesn't last past the 15th of the month. Number 3, that networking is just begging in high heels. What? And then
12 words have never been spoken.
12
words have never been spoken.
ChatGPT can just be so blunt sometimes.
This is too deep. It's too deep.
This is why I don't call you my sibling. Please, don't throw shades at me. I don't think I'll be able to handle it. And the 4th point here is that rest is a privilege, not a right.
Wow.
I feel attacked. I actually
not as much as me.
I feel attacked at this moment.
Not as much as me.
Whoa.
It feels as if it has me in mind when it said that, Charles, rest is a privilege. It is not your right.
You know when they say to stay healthy, to live healthy, you have to sleep 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Who gets up to 8 hours these days? If you are hustling and you have maybe remote jobs and you have side gigs, you have different things, who gets up to 8 hours these days?
To be fair, some people do, but not as much as before.
Okay.
And they are just few. Because even me yesterday, I slept around, say, 3, woke up around, should I say 8 or so.
Wow, Omo, I don't think I would want to play with ChatGPT with anything personal, though, because I don't want to receive some kind of shades that will make me start thinking about my life for days to come.
I don't know if you can remember, there was a time, like on that our group chat, I was telling Father Ben of how I gave ChatGPT a prompt to roast me based on the past posts that I've been giving me. I've been giving it, sorry. See, the kind of thing GPT told me, it felt as if it knows me. Like, it brought out my insecurities and told them to my face. I was like, no, this is not bad mouth. Because it's as if it read me, like it sized me up from head to toe and read me. I was like, dude, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing with your life. You are a bit soft. You are a bit sad. Basically, the kind of things he told me. No, it's enough for someone to think about their life.
You know how they say Facebook is like your oldest friend, right? How? Because Facebook is the only thing that throws memories at you of things you think you have buried and forgotten.
Yeah.
ChatGPT has a longer memory of remembering the words you have used. Facebook will only show you what you did, exactly how it is. GPT will tell you what it is, why you did it, how you did it, and what it might be in the nearest future. And that is scary.
Okay.
Anyway, today we are not talking about AI and GPTs. Tell me, of these things that it has given us as the results for things you wish they told you, which of them hit you the most?
Like, to me, the one that hit me the most is you're talking just begging with high heels. Like, the second one that hit me the most is resting is a privilege, not a right. Because and I feel this one, like, it's more relatable to who like us that are freelancers and remote workers and us that stuff like that, and people who are working 9 to 5. Or people who work jobs that takes a lot of their hours. Like it's like they have little to no rest. And in as much as we are complaining that many of us might not be getting 8 hours sleep consistently, at least I can bet that in the last 1 week or 2 weeks you must have gotten 8 hours sleep, if not more, in a particular day. Some people they don't even get up 8 hours sleep. Because some of them even sleep over their work side also. So it's just the hustle culture and hustle, the hustle environment,
They will find out.
and it's only afraid the hustle culture is only crazy and toxic. That has become that is one of the things that need to be, or how if you have a work that is giving you a lot of leisure and flexibility to jump into other things and to maybe even sneak as much as you like. I mean, you are actually quite good with it as an adult. That's one. And but the main one, you see that networking being begging high heels. I don't think I would have thought of that. Let me not be like I'm not giving myself credit, but I don't think I would have thought of that in a long time because that is quite deep. I don't know how GPT comes up with stuff like this, but that is quite deep, and it's the truth. It's the gospel truth because you are looking for connection. You are practically begging somebody.
Yes, no.
You are looking for a job, especially in this Nigeria. I don't know if it's like that in other parts of the world. Maybe to an extent it's true, but not as it doesn't hold as much water as it does here. To us Nigerians. Like basically, we Nigerians are just beggars. But we are just different grades of beggars.
Yeah, they're a beggar on the street or a corporate beggar.
Or a corporate beggar. Honestly speaking, or a high class beggar. That is the gospel thing because you're either begging for some form of work opportunity or job or employment or to join one circle which you feel some opportunities could be opened up to you or one thing or the other. Like single fancy is so ingrained in our system that you must comply to it to an extent to survive. And it's come to think of it, it's quite scary and really bad.
Yeah.
Especially with the kind of country we have that even though almost everybody bears in one way or the other, like beggars are really shamed. Like if you beg for something is and obviously begging is actually shameful to get. Like there's a way it is really, people are really spited of when it says you are being too needy and desperate.
Yeah, true.
Stuff like that. And it's really crazy.
Yeah, true. And also it also gets to the point that while you're being shamed, even when you have to go out to ask for something, literally, it's not like you are begging to be helped.
Yes.
You are
sometimes a simple request.
Yes.
Or a necessary request.
Thank you. And that shaming just shuts you down and you don't even ask because you feel like, maybe if I ask this thing, now beg at the beg. You don't even know how to profile that thing.
Profile it to still hold your integrity.
Exactly.
So, and not make the person see you in some type of way.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, it's quite crazy though. It's quite crazy. And so now in this, I'll ask you, what has been one thing you have had to learn? Like you didn't have a choice. You just had to learn this thing growing up. Is it a physical skill, a handwork, or a mental space you had to build for yourself? What has been that thing? That one thing that you had to learn? Unsolicited, we talk about unsolicited advice. Now it's unsolicited knowledge. What is that thing that you've had to just pick up at some point?
You see life, in my own experience, there's no knowledge that owns every other knowledge. You just have, that's why the white man says, the more you lead, the more you live. I mean, I think the person said life is a school or something. But this one is actually this shit. I don't know if you remember it. Yeah, it was a code they would see at the ending on. No, this life. That's the end. This life, not this life. Yes, this life. Yes, this life. I think it said at the end it always says life is a school. The more you live, the more you learn. So basically, I've learned a lot of things, but one major thing I can say that really stands out among other things. The gospel truth is that in the past, all the things I'm using to write, and not just all the things I'm using to write, all the things I'm using to learn as I'm writing and learn different things because I'm someone who always reads. I don't know if they call that thing, I've forgotten what they call that term, but I'm someone who always reads. I read a lot. So the things I use to read and everything, it's in the tools and equipment I have at my disposal currently. I didn't have them before.
Yeah. So, okay. So now, tell me a list of those skills you have picked up over the years that a 10-year-old you would not believe that you have picked up these skills.
Over the years?
Yes. Okay, so now
my
let's
past.
imagine that there is a mirror in front of you where the
Yeah.
10-year-old is seeing you right now and
Yeah.
seeing all of the things you have learned.
Yeah. Okay. One important skill I think, there are a couple of things, but one important thing I think I've learned now that my 10-year-old self that be shocked is critical thinking. Critical thinking. I wasn't much of a critical thinker before. In fact, not just even my 10-year-old self, let's say my 19-year-old self, you cannot be shocked. You kind of person he is. You will analyze this and look at this from different perspectives.
Yeah.
So I don't yeah, that's one thing. Number two, my ability to be straightforward. And I thank God for the school. I don't know, maybe if I go to another school I might still have one, but the school I went to the first set of people I was meeting were always straightforward, and they invited in the inculcated this thing, this aspect of always being straight and real, and because they were always doing it to me.
Yeah.
They will not sugarcoat anything. I was kind of used to go sugarcoating things, or not really telling them. They do anything to tell me people, like one of my auntie I was in with before I found a place to stay in school. Sometimes I'll come to her house and so the day she almost sends me back in the night. She told me that this year regularly. Not then come to her. She's to announce this and that. She have to let me know. Told me inconvenience in this. I have to go for this and that. But the man almost said about that night. Mind you, she had almost done the thing another time. I done another time.
But
She has told
you didn't see the seriousness of it.
she didn't make it too spare. This time she made it more, and from there I was call her. It also killed like it also dimmed down the entitlement mentality I had.
Yeah.
My religious and theological beliefs. My 10-year-old self never, like in a million years, think that the way my mindset works now is how it would have been. It would never, because seeing the past years of how I've grown, the information I've gathered, how my belief system broken up, reviewed again, things I've just the kind of things I've taught myself. Then last, my 10-year-old self, I think he would be shocked at how much of an avid reader I am. Like he will be shocked that not just that, and I don't want to choose my own horn now.
Yeah.
But he will be, though my 10-year-old self has always known that I've always been intelligent.
Yeah.
He's had that potential and tendency of achieving a high level of intellect. But I think he will be shocked that I've actually become someone who actually reads up. Not just that I read, I understand things that used to look like Chinese to me. Some things I will read before, and it will be like, I can never understand this in a million days. I will read this now, and I will know that it's just about putting time to understand this thing. If I understand, if I put time and give it time, and also get a good teacher that will teach it to me very well, I will understand.
Okay, because basically you have included the soft skills, the hard skills, and all of them. And I think one very intriguing thing about it is there is an undertone to what I'm about to say that was in every single thing you said, which is that even though your 10-year-old self will be shocked at some of these things, or rather, even though they'll be surprised at some of these things, they will not be entirely shocked, because at some point it's like there was that seed in you already. So some of these things, for some of them, right, there was that seed already. So growing up, now exposing yourself to all of those information that came in due time from one point to another, new information and experience, and new information and experience, it then built you to that point where you had to open your mind to see and unsee.
Yes.
You see, adulthood is not a scam. It is just a hard place for a lot of people who were never really prepared to be open to what it had to offer, what it has to offer. Well, if you ask me, I will say that some of the things I have learnt, unsolicited knowledge that I've picked while growing up. I started fixing generator like quite early.
Wow.
Yes, I started fixing generator, and I do electrical works in the house till today. Sometimes I just sit and I gather all the extension box that are not working. I gather anything electrical that is not working, and then the day I know I have the time, I just gather them, and then I open this one. This is not working. Open this one. This one is dead and gone. Remove one part, fix this one, and just do all those kind of things, and it work. One thing about writing is I had always been a writer. Like, since I remember the first time I wrote something, I was in primary 4. That was the first time I wrote something, and what I wrote was a poem. Now, there was this poem we always said on the assembly ground. I went to Command Children's School Zaria, and there's this poem we always said on the assembly ground, and I loved the poem so much. The title of that poem is My Ambition. I can never forget it. My ambition, I do not crave for riches, nor worldly source of power. I ask for God's free air. I shelter from the elements. Give me the right of my... It goes and goes. And I so loved it that I went home and I decided to sit down, recite it, and write it. So I was going over the lines, writing, saying it, writing it. And that was the first thing I wrote that I knew was a complete piece, even though it was not an original. And after then, I just kept writing, and I'll listen to songs. I hear songs. I sit and write the lyrics to those songs.
Yeah.
And over time, I just started creating my own stuff. I just think of something. I think of a word, and I create 10 lines of that word. I think of an expression. I write a page out of that expression. So writing was something that started from far back and then was coming up on it. Yeah. I don't think myself would see me as someone who would end up in the media space. I didn't even study anything close to media. I studied mathematics, for crying out loud.
Seriously?
Yes.
It's like mathematics or mathematical education? Or
mathematics.
Just pure mathematics?
Yes, pure mathematics.
That's the same thing I study.
Okay, see how
my own is applied mathematics.
Like, we pick these things now based on information available to us. Like, funny enough, till the point where I started studying mathematics. That was not even what I wanted to study in school.
Yeah,
I was going for engineering.
Actually, I was going for computer science.
Okay, see. The diversion because of the information that is available to us. Well, I do not want to say that a lot of people take the opportunities they have for granted, but a lot of people actually do take opportunities they have for granted, in the sense that you are presented with this world where you see things for what they are, but you'd rather live in a dream world and fantasize about your life day in, day out.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just live in a world of fantasy. There's this song, I cannot remember who sang this song. It says, don't fall in love with a dreamer. And so a lot of times I believe it is what makes people say that adulthood is a scam, because they were not prepared.
Yeah.
There is no level of preparation you can give anyone that once they land in that space of adulthood.
That's the truth. There's no level of preparation. I think the best you can do, right, is probably make sure that your kids are, should I say, equipped with enough opportunities and maybe like financial literacy and other things, because last what makes adulthood difficult and tedious and also rocky is money. It's the search for money.
So, coming to the final segment on this discussion here, I am bringing back the I am grown but moment. In this case, I am going to just give you the opportunity to answer yes or no to the I am grown moments. So, I have a compiled list here, and the first is, I am grown but I still call my mom to ask how to boil egg. I am grown but I just found out you need to clean the washing machine too.
Yeah.
Okay. I am grown but I've used one sachet of detergent for 3 weeks.
No, that I can't remember.
I am grown but I get a mini panic attack every time I see a debit alert.
To be honest, no. Well, it depends on the debit and how much is in my account.
Gang. Yes and no, don't get depends. So
Okay,
it's
fine,
easy
fine.
in the middle.
Let's leave that with.
Okay. I am grown, but I cried after buying pepper and realizing I forgot to price it.
No.
I am grown, but I eat cereal for dinner, not because I like it, but because I am too tired to cook.
Yes.
I am grown, but I will ignore that phone call until I have the energy to answer it and sound polite.
Yes. That one I just did yesterday. I even didn't think for yesterday.
Oh wow, very guilty.
Yeah, very good.
I am grown, but I googled how to know if your tire is about to burst yesterday.
No.
I am grown, but I just found out that you are supposed to clean your fridge monthly.
Yes.
I am grown, but I treat public holidays like a rare spiritual blessing.
Depends on the public holiday, sha.
So we're somewhere in the middle again.
Yeah.
I am grown, but I whisper my account balance at the POS.
No.
Okay.
I do it. Sometimes I check my accounts in with APS.
Okay. So that's still enough. I am grown, but I've begged God for one more alert this week. Credit alert.
I don't know if I begged God, but I practically was just praying in my mind. I wasn't like praying, not like a literal prayer, but I know I got credit alert statement. If I can get another one or something.
So you're asking the universe.
Whether the universe or God, I don't know. I wasn't really, it was like a direct request, but I was just hoping, like a wishful thinking or so. So I don't know if that counts as yes.
Let's just take it as a yes. Let's take it as a yes. Okay, and this says, I am grown, but sometimes I rewear jeans for 5 days in a row because who is checking?
Yes, not just even jeans. Shorts, baggies, combats, jeans and shorts. Probably a lot of, not all my leg wears, but some, yes.
Okay. I am grown, but budgeting still feels like fantasy football.
Okay, well, I don't play fantasy football, but I guess what you're trying to say is a bit too technical and all that. Yeah. So yes, okay. Like the way I budget, like I wish I could just come to the stage where I can just buy something without thinking or 2 times without how it will affect my budget or my account balance or stuff like that. So yes, yeah.
Okay, and finally here, I am grown, but my data subscription feels like network providers are using straw to suck it.
Yes.
This is the I am grown segment where our special guest has scored almost half because of the in-betweens all the way. But please tell us, how do you answer to some of these I am grown moments? Well, at this point, I am going to say that next episode is going to be something rather too important to miss. You see how I am taking my time to say these words. Next episode, we are going to talk about the black tax. Till then, thank you so much, Charles, for being with us. It has been an absolute pleasure, as usual, and I hope we can steal you again some other time for another episode where it's going to be so educating, so intriguing, and so fun for us and, of course, our viewers. Any final words before we disappear?
So, final words, I'll try to make this as succinct as possible. Thank you, Messi, for having me. Thank you, everyone, for listening to my late views and for hearing my rants, because of the times I do rants and bootstrapped type like I'm doing now. So, yeah, thank you, everyone. So, again, I made my humble self. That sounds a bit cliche, but still, I made my humble self, Charles Enek. Again, I'm a writer, a poet, a multi-creative, also a musician. I was thinking it last time I was here. I'm a hip-hop artist. Yeah.
So yeah, tell us about your book. There's a book you just dropped, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's titled Me Holding.
Spooky.
10 minutes read, give or take. You can download it for free. I think the link will be attached to this video. the ebook will attach these details, so you can download it for free. Trust me, you're going to enjoy the story. If you don't have good story, especially mysterious stories, then we will like this story talking. You're going to enjoy it. The twists you won't expect it. Then also, I published my first book titled An Unusual Body Experience. It's actually based on a true life story, and it's still a paranormal mystery story. Trust me, the book is quite interesting, and that one is not for free. It's for sale. It's going for 3,000 naira in naira, $11 or £9 sterling. So please patronize my work and encourage me to keep writing. Trust me, I'm going to enjoy the book.
Well,
so for now,
thank you very much.
Also, don't forget to check out my work, my book, and my story.
Don't forget to check that story. And I'm going to say this: mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the darkest and scariest of them all?
I should have actually included that.